Back to exploring around in Hondo, the gigantic underground bell whose emanations can be heard in different countries. In other words, Custodia is kind of like the annoying neighbor that plays their music way too loudly if all the music they played was gospel hymns. They're just the worst, in other words. Ah, well. In the meantime, I hopefully can start to deal with those ranged, like, metal cross-throwing characters a little bit better, because I swear that every single one of those guys is found right next to, like, a temporary moving platform or, like, a breakable platform, and it makes it really hard to deal with their whole thing, especially because you can't parry it, like a lot of the other projectiles in the game. Well, I mean, you can parry it, but it doesn't stop it from doing much of anything, I suppose is the real issue. Well, hey, at least since last time, I now have opened up the route, so I don't have to deal with the onslaught of human-faced birds attacking me, which is what did me in. Oh, there's the save point right there. I died right before the save point. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. That took like 5 or 6 tries. Anyway, that was... You gotta be really lined up with those ladders, let me tell you. Yeah, okay. I was kind of wondering why it's like it was so... Usually, like, you magnetize 2 ladders. I'm thinking like the old Mega Man games and everything like that, but Blasphemous is a little bit more persnickety than that. Hey, I remembered that I had the down strike, and also like this attack, for example. No, I have went and bought a whole bunch of the new moves, and I'm going to be committed to using them. Ah, okay. I mean, that's going to be an interesting little... That's going to be an interesting little change up to how I'm activating some of these gates. Could I have actually done that earlier with some of the other gates that I've seen? Might be worth going back and kind of figuring that out, because I do remember that there was at least one more area that I had yet to get through, because there were one of those glass door opening mechanisms. Might be able to just open that up right now. By the way, what's in the background there? I mean, aside from a lot of very nice reliefs. No? It's not even activating. I was wondering if I was going to go full-on, like, Legion from... Yeah, full-on, like, Legion from Castlevania, where it's like the gigantic object in the background suddenly turns out to be the boss or something. Would be a little bit early in the... What? Would be a little bit early in the course of this, but never really know. So yeah, one of the things I have found out is that apparently the thrust attack is a very easy way to get a lot of weird glitches happening, but also a lot of execution. So maybe the... Come on. Fine then. So maybe the electrical ball that lets you attack enemies, you know, get an attack when you execute an enemy is a little bit more useful at this point in time. All right. I knew that was a little bit too risky. Also, man, those guys can really throw that thing, can't they? I guess they also went to the Castlevania school of throwing around big metal crosses. Thankfully, I guess along with being, completely cut in half, their general vitality reflects that, because they do not take too many hits, period, to kill them. Only 2 hits for my current upgraded Mea Culpa, but that's still it's still enough for them to get some pot shots on me before I'm able to do that. John the Gambler. Oh, I gotta see what this guy's going on with. Not too much. I mean, there has been a lot... There has been, like, a little bit of lore with some of the collectibles so far, but not a ton of stuff. I'm still trying to get, like, a little bit more of a handle on the plot itself. Like, looking at all the lore and even some... Okay. Even some, like, Yeah, like doing some research on my own to try and figure out, like, what is going on in this game exactly. Okay, yeah. But it does seem like, I'm still missing a lot of... Oh, nice. I'm still missing a lot of very important lore bits here so far. It's going to be a while till I can start to piece together some of the specifics of the story of Blasphemous. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. It could also be that I just give up and I'm like, I don't know. I tried. Oh, great. Now it's moving. And also it seems like, at least according to the way that that's flashing there, that I'm probably supposed to attack those statues that I saw earlier. At least that's what I would guess. But first off, as always, gotta make sure that you go to... Yep. Knew it was a good idea to go to each one of these new areas. That also does give me a... Scrolled over in kind of an unusual way. But that also does give me a... another bile flask, too, on top of everything else. And because somebody was talking about this last time, they said that you should be using the bead marked with guilt with one of the statues. Can I, like, attack it or something? No. Because I did find out the guilt statues can be destroyed, but, like, if there's something else that you need to do with that, with the bead, I couldn't quite figure out what it was. So I was thinking, maybe it was the bile statues instead. Does not seem to be the case. Good dodge. Not as good of a dodge. I was mostly worried about getting hit by bells there than anything else. Not really all that big of a deal, but... because it does seem to happen pretty infrequently. That is a very weird glitch, but you know what? Whatever. Still gives me ample amount of time. No, not quite. Still gives me ample amount of time to deal with their attacks. Whatever, it worked. Maybe not the smoothest way to open up that door, but I got it. Yeah, when enemies are stunned for executions, they do take a long time to get out of that stunning. All right, what does this do? Aside from desecrate even more statues on top of the guilt ones that I've done already. I was kind of hoping to get a special kill on that guy just because I wanted to see what it was like. It's unlikely that I'm going to be able to do enough damage to even get a level of, like, execution on them in the first place. So maybe, like, going for the more special type of executions, you know, hitting them like this would be in order. Well, this is fairly suspicious. Can I just, you know, no. All right. Oh, okay. It just moves them. Sure, that's not as bad as I was thinking it might be. There we go. Well, I am going to see what the other one does, of course. Because I gotta know. Not a note, Rose. Am I supposed to... Does it... Where am I supposed to use these? So I assume that this would... Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I've gotten two of them, I'm probably supposed to go somewhere to get, like, extra rosary bead slots then. I can't just, like... No, it's no just, like, equip it up. It's just equip or remove. Because, like, the bile flask, for example, are automatically restored. And I did finally look at the bottom of the screen here. It says kneel in sacred ground. In other words, one of the statues to get that to work. Oh, right, yeah. So I'll have to go find whatever NPC is... Okay, so it just... That stops it, I guess. Actually, a much simpler puzzle. I was really fully expecting that to be a trap. But, sure. Yeah, I'll just have to go find whatever sort of NPC or area. Oh, you know, I'm actually looking right in the background now. It seems like one of the things I did must have broken chain to the... I don't know, whatever the thing is called that you use to ring a bell. A uvula? No, that's probably not correct. But it's like, okay, that's going to be... I guess that's the goal of this area, then, to actually ring Hondo itself. Which is probably not going to be great for anybody inside here, but also, I don't care about these guys. I hate them, in fact, so that's fine. Okay, anyway, let's try that again. Now that I understand, yeah, I guess these do look like platforms that would break, and it did kind of shudder a little bit when I stepped on it, but I didn't see that. I was a little bit too concerned with getting rid of these four-winged bird characters. I'm sure they're probably supposed to be something specific, like there's a specific reference. Maybe these are like old-style cherubim or something like that, but I do not recognize it. Okay, come on. I can get this. Nope. I'm trying to think, is there... There we go. Actually, okay. I was wondering, it's like, there does seem to be, especially with some of the obstacles I've seen so far, maybe something that would allow you to get, like, some sort of higher jump, but haven't seen that just yet. No, there's definitely more stuff to do in Hondo yet, but I guess one of the things I want to do right now is just go and make sure that my good friend, the genuflecting pilgrim, is known to... Well, knows that he now has a path across. Hey, wow, I'm just getting these things left and right. You know, one of the things I've noticed with this game so far is that damage is not charitable at all. Like, you take a lot of damage from any individual hit from an enemy, and usually, like, a vial flask will not even cover that. I suppose when you're getting, like, 5 of them at once, it's a little bit different of a story.
Oh, thou art the answer to my prayers. The Order thanketh thee for thine aid. It is of little use for me to remain here. Go with the Father, O penitent one.
Very nice. 4th toe made of limestone. First barefoot pilgrim was limestone? Reduces dodging cooldown. Oh, you very much interested me, in fact. I still want to keep the calcified eye on because I like being able to see enemy health, but, well, it depends on how much it increases your ability to dodge, I suppose. But, more dashes? Sure. Sounds pretty nice. Well, yeah, it's not the first time we heard about, like, people turning to stone in one way or another. I don't know if that's the same thing as the Great Scribe we're describing here, but finally said it. There's no name. It's just the first pilgrim, I suppose. I mean, it's hard to say because it's like turning to saltpeter, for example, is just something. It was like a punishment given on one of the characters I've seen earlier for convincing people of holiness, but he wasn't holy in... I gotta go read about what the saltpeter character's deal was in the first place. Of course, that's also like a Sodom and Gomorrah thing, where Lot's wife was turned into a pillar of salt. Or looking back at the destruction, you know. It's not an unheard of type of deal when it comes to divine punishment. Of which is the jury, I think, was still out as of right now as to if this is like some sort of divine retribution or divine gift in some ways, the grievous miracle. Because certainly there have been plenty of people blessed by this so far. To a certain questionable degree, but, you know, oh, come on now. You didn't tell me there was going to be 2 of them. I wonder if you can actually parry these guys. And you know what? In fact, I'm going to try. Oh, you can, but it doesn't really do too much. Good to know. Good to know. Dried clove, I'm going to guess probably another thing to give back to Tirso. Poultices and bombs, yep. Yeah, speaking again of like afflictions and the like, the last time I was thinking that it's like the affliction might be the sort of thing that was affecting all the people in the desecrated cistern. But you know, looking it up a little bit more, affliction of the soul is a way that you describe sin. So maybe that's just another result of the grievous miracle once again. It's kind of hard to say, I guess, is the thing. Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. Oh, we're back here, eh? Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of other penitents that are kind of lying around. Yes, thank you. Now that's what I like to see. Give me the big damage, please. Okay, 7,000. Yeah, okay. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford any of these for a while. Pushes enemies around too. Okay. Sharp thorns instead of the blade. Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, thinking about it, it's like I was thinking like maybe like Plant and the Miracle could have some sort of comparison to each other, but it's supposed to be like Crown of Thorns, right? That's gotta be what they're going for with that. That's a very obvious type of comparison now that I say it out loud. I mean, there are other things, like, for example, the opening cutscene where the woman beat her breast 3 times while saying mea culpa. It's like that is a very classic way of, you know, asking for forgiveness in that way, atonement. Oh, hey, finally another one of these things. It's been going the entire game without that.
Do not fear my body, through which so much lightness and darkness pass, nor my visage, which appears disfigured from behind these golden bars. Soledad by name, I was looked up on the orders of His Holiness in this cage, that the miracle then proceeded to decorate. The High Will has granted me the opportunity to help you, while my body remains a blue flame. I will wait, sleeping, until you hand the knots over to me, so that my hands of smoke may tie them, thus expanding the mysteries of your rosary.
Well, that's convenient. I was just talking about this.
Now let my fingers tie a new mystery. Do you have more knots for me, penitent one?
I do.
Return once you possess new rosary knots to thread. May your heart be free of sin.
All right. Sure. And what should I equip up there, I suppose, is the other question. I only have, like, fall stuff. I guess give me vitality. Increase that fervor. Maybe just for... Like, as soon as I actually fight Esdras, it seems like having that equipped might do something, because Perpetua does seem to be his sister. At least as far as I can tell. And certainly, with a name like Perpetua, I suppose death did not stop her from doing her thing.
Penitent one. An unsurmountable wall seemeth to interpose itself between our feet and our holy destinations. Will there ever be a blessing that save us from this sorrow?
Now I can hit this. It doesn't seem to do much of anything, though. In the meantime, what's in here? Oh, it's an entire thing, isn't it? Okay. Well then, this actually looks like some sort of special area? I'm not entirely sure, but let me go look back. Yeah, because it's not on the map. That is strange. Yep, and then apparently you can just do this. Which opens up this? Nothing happened. But then it's like, I was told that it has something to do with a bead marked by guilt, which makes sense. Those are guilt statues. But it's like nothing happened. I suppose I'll have to figure out later on exactly what I need to do with that. As it is, though, you might say, why'd you just destroy that so cavalierly? Guilt is not that big of a deal. Yes, there's not really too much I can do here as of just yet. But of course, I wasn't really told that I was supposed to be going back to the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow. I was told that I was supposed to be going back to Hondo, so I guess I'm going to go cut over there then, unless something else wacky happens. Well, what's over here first? This was, it's just another shortcut, which is pretty nice, but also I think that, yeah, ultimately it seems like the destination of my journey is over in this area. Alright, that said, just to kind of look around, make sure. Yeah, you don't really get like a straight shot back to the save point, but it's pretty close, all things considered. In the meantime, I did notice that I didn't actually, upon saving, get my 5th flask. Maybe I just didn't actually save? I thought I did. Maybe you can only carry 4 at once. Well, didn't quite work out in the way that I wanted it to, but pretty close, at least. Yeah, I mean, as always, there are many, many enemies. Oh, really? It was a kill elevator. A kill evader. Sure. There are many, many enemies that it's like the whole... Well, then. Okay. I guess I'm not actually going over there then, but I suppose instead down here somewhere. Okay, back to this area once again, because I haven't really gone over to the right side at all, which I guess would probably be the place where you would disconnect the other chain, right? That's just basic logic, I think. Anyway, in the meantime... At least I got it. And I have figured out, apparently, that... Well, not that, but... You can reflect these things back just by hitting them. So that is something to remember when, I guess, dealing with these guys. But it's like, it's not really a big animation that tells you that, you know, you did something correct or anything like that. But just that, hey, you can, you know, it doesn't go any farther, which is why I didn't really think too much about it when I was trying to hit it before. As you know, projectiles are a tricky thing in this game. Alright. Okay. I guess that's the result of not being able to actually see what you're doing when donning the gigantic golden bull mask. What is that supposed to be? Okay, there, and done. Now then, do I actually want to go down here? I do think so. But, the flagellants are, I mean, I guess owing to the fact that they are flagellants and they do have the whole toughened flesh because of that, they're not really the easiest characters to kill. They take quite a few hits, even with the very upgraded sword that I have as of right now. Right, gotta be kind of in the middle there. Or you can use that, I suppose, as kind of a fast... Oh, wait, I see you there. It's sort of like a fast, kill or something like that. There. Got it. I don't even know if kill was the word that I was thinking of, but I tried it anyway. Alright, that should be both of them. So what's happening in the background? Nothing near as I can tell. Maybe I've got to probably go up and hit the one bell receptacle is the word that I'm going to use for that. Well, this seems tricky. I'm guessing it's probably just for some sort of bonus, but I got to do it anyway now, don't I? I didn't know if I was going to be committing to 100% when I started up this game, but you know what? I'm having a good time with it so far. Okay. Bam. And I am actually noticing breakable platforms this time. All right. Here, how about this? Just to be sure. Oh, yeah, there's something special over here. Heart of the Holy Purge, which is another one of these. Sword Corvus, increases Tears of Atonement, Reap, prevents the use of bile flasks. Ooh, that one's rough. But hey, that's a lot of extra money that you get. Currency, as you will. Oh, and it's actually like the legend of the sword. The sword itself. Yeah, that was exactly what we saw, I suppose. Didn't really give too much more insight into the actual events of it, though. Why exactly this particular penitent came into possession of it, though, is still a question. Well, anyway, I am going to go back and go into the other area that was apparently opened up here, which I'm sure is probably something special. It looks... I mean, you had to do some tricky platforming to get over here in the first place, so... It's gotta be something, right? No, you can't. It seems like it's only the guilt statues that you can destroy. Ah, good. And echoes of salt. Seems to be well, it seems to be your classic type of cavern slash water-based area that you see in Castlevania games. I mean, I saw one in Aria of Sorrow. It's not the first one either that I've seen. Yeah, sure, that's a thing. Why not? I don't think there's any sort of in-game justification you can give for that sort of wacky shenanigans. Fire just launching up from grates in the ground. Well, actually, my suspicions are correct. They were not. Oh, you can't actually destroy these. They just have some funky physics on them. That would probably be how I get that one item over there. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, you really can just, like, chain jump? Oh, that's going to require some practice, though, it seems. I'm not going to go for it immediately. Back into the mountains. Ha! I knew it! Because when I was hitting down here, it's like I was hitting something solid when it came to being in this pit. Knew that was something suspicious. Well, anyway, I guess that it's like just a shortcut, but still. I feel justified in figuring that out. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to go run back to the previous area and see what I actually unlocked by opening up each one of the things, and also maybe figure out what's going on with this. Nah. No way. Oh, yeah, but also what's down here first? No, let's stop getting distracted and go back to Hondo so I can figure out exactly what I'm doing in there. I mean, fighting a boss, yes, but what boss, where, what's it going to be, all that sort of stuff. I want to fulfill the third mortification of my flesh so that I can... I forgot why I was doing that. All right, what's going to happen? Well, that was convenient. Okay. I was sort of expecting something else to be happening there, if I'm being honest, but progress nonetheless. Sure. And yeah, as you can see, it is actually like bell-shaped too and everything. But now, well, it's just a bunch of these guys. Which, hey, I'm killing in one hit now, which is pretty nice. Yep, okay, I recognize you. Don't think I didn't. But, yeah, just convent enemies for some reason. Connections, perhaps, but, nothing I can tell so far. A little bit too early to say. Hey, again, another one. Why are these things coming fast and furious now when they were definitely not coming here before? Poison gas, too. Hi. Is this like the first area you were supposed to be encountering these enemies? I guess. It's like their old hat for me at this point. Well, that said, the poison gas is going to be something of an issue when it comes to, you know, doing this whole thing. Hear about this then? Oh, it didn't work at all. Never mind. I'll take my leave. Okay, fine. Why is your hitbox so weird? Got a bad case of weird hitbox, these bell people. Now then, just wait for that to pass. And what do we got up here? Now it's on the guild statue. I mean, yeah, I suppose I'll do it. And then, as I've been doing before. Thanks for taking my guilt. Hope it's paid in full now. Probably should not be doing that, but I'm doing it. I don't know, if there's any sort of long-term effects of those sort of actions, I suppose I will deal with them when they come up. And no sooner. Good. I do see an item down there, but this seems like another kill room, so... Okay, there's some bell characters down there I'm seeing, but there's also the item. I want that item. Sweet item. Oh man, no, I am just super dead now. This is to go a level beyond dead. Yeah, well then. Nope, that's no good at all. Oh, I've never actually been in this one before. I was just going to go back and do the Quicksilver thing, but apparently there's also just a new area you can go into. I suppose that's, you know, kind of your bait. Yeah, okay, right next to the statue. Okay. Well, I could also probably throw in one of the sword hearts. I feel like that might be a bad decision as of right now. But at least I can throw in a couple of the quest items that I got.
Merciful be, penitent one. With your contribution, the work of this brotherhood carries on.
All right. We got a couple more. Or just one more, I think.
Merciful be,
Yes.
The miracle is taking us away.
All right, same thing as before. But I also, because I do have a lot more tiers just from turning those things in, I'm going to go and donate all of that. See if something happens. This is certainly going to be a pretty big donation, all things considered. What does a confessor do? Oh, cleanse your guilt. Okay. I guess that makes sense. But also, yeah. Throw it all in, baby. No, you can't destroy this like the guild statues. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could. In the meantime, though, I don't think I have any other, like, body parts or anything to donate either. So I just want to go see about getting a little bit of upgrades for... Well, here, let's also turn these in, too. Why not just do all of the cleanup right now? Because, hey, I'm back in town. Is it really just the one? Okay, well, sure then. Oh, wait, now that I'm thinking about it, I do think I actually need some... I need some money to do that first. Whoops. Oh, well. Whoa, this is a new character. Was that it? Because I'm still locked in here. All right, fine then. It's gonna be a little bit of a thing now, isn't it? There, I got my own version of that too. And in fact, it does seem to be pretty effective against these characters. Just use the last one, I suppose. Fortunately, I need to do 10 times more of those fights if I wanted to even get the Quicksilver, because I do remember it is like 1,000 that I need to do. All right, then. Here we are. And maybe try to avoid going to the bottom of this area as of just yet. Just because it does seem like I would probably die due to poison gas related issues if I did that. The health is not doing great as of right now. Oh man, look at this. Yeah, of course. Shouldn't be too bad to deal with though, especially because like I said, I have my own version of that attack. But I do know, as always, it's not just the one. I hate the weird hitbox on these characters. Yeah, it's never just the one set of guys here, after all. No. Didn't grab. Should probably remember that you do have a parry in this game and everything. I don't really need to be dodging everything in the traditional style. Oh, wait, no, that's going to fall. Okay, man. Some of these enemies, I mean, they're not very difficult to deal with, but the whole teleporting around and everything does make them quite frustrating in some ways. I also did find out that apparently you can, just dash through the toxic clouds. Like, you won't take damage if, when you would take damage, you are dashing. So, that's something to remember for later fun poison adventures. All right. But is there nothing actually over here? It's just kind of like an optional area? Oh, okay then. I don't know, man. I just... It seems sort of like the critical path, if I'm being honest. Yep, and there we are. Silvered lung. Like a lung transformed into silver? But this is another relic. I mean, yeah, I do recognize this from the Elder Brothers area. No, just preserved. Okay. Well, there you go. That's what I need. I didn't really think it was going to be a complete and utter immunity to that, but good. Yes, the silver traditionally being antibacterial and, you know, a sign of purity. So, I guess this makes sense? Sure. But hey, at least this, it's a big upgrade for me in some ways. Okay, then. It's going to be quite convenient for... Well, actually, I don't know how much more poison is going to be appearing in the future. Certainly there was a lot of it in the convent, but it's like I've kind of already finished the convent, so what's there to be said on that? Well, there are other areas, though, that had that I didn't really fully explore because of that, so I can at least now get through those easy enough. All right, then. It just kind of trivializes the rest of the area, then, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, if there is some sort of, like, a larger jump that I could possibly get, I do not have that yet. There we are. And gotta be getting close to the boss here, though. Actually, this... No, that's just a save point. I guess I would see the woman who asks me to... No, there she is. Okay, well, I guess there's gonna be a boss coming up now. But first, there's a little bit more areas that I want to go explore here. There are all similarly plenty of Child of Moonlights. Children of Moonlight? Yeah, probably Children of Moonlight you'll find as well. 3 plates and a gigantic hairy egg.
With this torn ribbon, I reject this bond with my betrothed. With this veil, I cover my face in mourning for the dead love for my betrothed.
Oh, and I don't have the third one. Whoops. Yeah, no, this kind of lines up with the whole, like, hair problems that character was having. I can't remember her name right now. So, yeah. Gotta go get the third offering, though. But in the meantime, I got a boss to fight. And I guess I could just go, say, talk to this character again, but, why bother? I'm just gonna say no. Okay. Can't, like, grab anything. Okay, you gotta grab, like, the sides. Okay, well, seems interesting. Of course, you can also just do that, too, which, Oh, no contact damage. Good. And then our there are 3... What are they doing? All right, well, sure. Gonna be the same thing? It's just gonna be the same thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. More than one attack. Gotcha. That goes around the area. Well, I guess it doesn't quite go around the area. But I gotta say, this is kind of a step down in difficulty compared to the other bosses that I fought. Ah, you can see where they're coming at from the bottom, I see. Oh, come on now. All right, don't dash into it. Got it. Also, probably don't want to get hit by the fire, but, you know, shouldn't need to tell you that. All right, well, that was a lot easier than I expected to be, to be honest. Unless... No, I guess that was it. Yeah, I never got a name for this person. But it is still the same area, and I'm gonna guess the same golden visage.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle, may the gold in my visage melt and erase the contrition of your soul. Heart of guilt, return now from the dream.
Okay, cool. I guess I can go get in there now. All right. Fervor of the Uncorrupted Saints. Yes, and then looking at the third one then. So I guess that was supposed to be the last one you do. Oh, well. Forbidden would be profaned.
You have been allowed to meet the visage of contrition, penitent one in silence. After bowing before the holy custodian visages, the door at the end of the Bridge of Calvary has been opened. Traverse now its threshold under the strict eye of His Holiness. We penitents carry such guilt that perhaps the affliction is giving us a second breath. But be wary. Amongst prayers, it might silently come creeping to us one day.
Okay. And I suppose that will be next time then I go into the area. Whatever it is. But before that, yeah, cool.
Take the next of my deep pains.
Starting to get some big health here. And let's see exactly what it looks like when I go back up this. Where exactly it drops me off. Once again, a bunch of items and collectibles I can get down there, but I'll do that a little bit later on. Okay, so it's just right up here. Still completely unable to get up that high, though. All right, yeah. So next time it will be the place I just opened up at the end of the Bridge of Calvary.